What up? What up? Where y'all at? Smash that thumbs up on your way in. And let's get into this. What up, John Denicola? What up, brother? Yeah, man, friggin' this is awesome. This is crazy, actually. It's all, what's up, High Roller 79? Yeah. What's up, Mr. The Awakened? What up, Chasing Liberty? What up? Yeah, man, this is crazy. I never even thought I'd get to friggin' 20,000, let alone 125,000. Yeah, this is awesome. So we got Joe S, D Thomas, CB in the house, John Hammer, Coach Kevin, Randall, Bobby Jackson, 808 Airguns, what up? Brian R, we're gonna go there. Joey Surreal Camera, what up, brother? How are you, man? Hey, let me go ahead and do you one right quick. Hold on. What? Can't do nothing about that right now? That's crazy. But anyway, we'll get back to that some other day. What's up, Christian? We got Brandon Mitchell. What's up? John Minshew, Philly 2X, DLV 55. We got Felix Abel, Jimbo, Taekwon Jackson, Ronald Lunchmeat, duly noted, 1957 Porsche. Thank you, everybody. I can't say thank you enough. This is it's unreal. And smash that thumbs up on your way in. You know, I'm not going to keep this going too long. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's been subscribing. It's been crazy over the last few days. James Carter, Lenny Malley. Let's see. I'm Mo Green. Alan Grady, Toe for Life, D. Thomas Williamson, Warrior 63, Stellar Ripple, Make Stupid People Famous. Yeah, some of the interactions I've had of they've made them famous and whatnot. We've got Geo M. We got our guy 936. Conk, J Bond, and Patrick. Yeah, Joey. I'll take you through the rounds, bro. I'll take you out, and we'll go. Right now, I'm not going to Miami. Right now, I'm kind of leaving Miami alone. Even though I wish I could have been down during the Trump thing, I wanted to be there. I just didn't have the time. Thank you very much, Roy. Jay Curvette. I'm guessing that's Corvette, but Curvette. Steve Farrell. EJ74. Born Free Films. But yeah, this has been an amazing. I'll tell you, over this last month, my subscriber count's just gone through the roof. Just insane what has happened in the last, I'd say, week. This channel has grown almost like 15,000 subscribers just in this month, and we still have, what's today, today's the 17th, so I still have 14 more days or 13 more days until the end of the month, and it's already grown 15,000 in just this part of the month, which is crazy. So, and I'll get back into the chat with y'all. I really first and foremost want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for all the support, all the things that we've gone through, what I've gone through, and all the support that you've been there part of. It's unreal. It really is unreal. TubeSock 7, thank you very much for the $2. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it, and thank you very much, TubeSock. Yeah, I can't wait to get to 200,000. That's going to be the next goal. And while, you know, I hit 125, I'm like, hey, you know something? Let's start talking about the next giveaway, because a lot of these things, you know, a lot of the things that, because of you, are able to help me do the things that I do, and I like to, just like you give to me, I'm going to try to give back to you the best I can. And let's start talking about what we would like to see for the next giveaway. I'm going to pick 3 people like I did last time. I think that was a really good, it wasn't just one person, it gave, you know, a couple different options. And so leave a comment. After this video is done, said and done with, you can put what you would like to see, but I'm highly recommending that you go into the comment section and tell me what you would like to see for 3 people. You know, whatever you'd like to see for the next giveaway, that is what I'm going to try to do for you as we hit 150,000 subscribers. And if at this rate, if it keeps going the way it's going, it probably won't be that long. So I'm going to continue to put out the videos, can put out some shorts. I got plans on open carrying on Monday, possibly Tuesday, and then the following week as well to end out the month. So I've got at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 videos coming. We'll talk about Jeff Gray as well here in just a minute, but I wanted to talk to you and say thank you so much, everybody. And somebody else, who was that? We got RCO00. Thank you very much for the $3 super chat. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Didn't have to do it, but I appreciate it, and it does mean a lot. You know, all this does mean a lot to me, because it shows the support that you have for this channel, for me, and everybody else. Because, you know, this channel would never have gotten to where it's gotten to without you watching these videos and you subscribing, hitting that like button, hitting that share button, leaving a comment, all that stuff. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without you. So this channel wouldn't be half of what it is without you. So I can't say thank you enough to all that. We'll hop into Jeff Gray, and like I said, leave a comment in the comment section what you would like to see. You know, whether it's a flashlight, a red dot, if there's something that you would like to see. You know, I've given away GoPros, red dots, uppers. I gave out an 80% lower. I've given out flashlights that have been donated by Gary Pixley. If you want to see fishing gear or fishing rods and reels or something, whatever, just put a comment. You can put it in the chat, but I'd like to see it in the comment section. That way I can refer back to it, and you know, I'll make a community post of, you know, saying, hey, what would you like to see? These are some of my ideas, and then I'll kind of let you guys and girls, decide what the next giveaway will be, because at this rate, at 150,000 subscribers, it won't be too much longer. So that's the goal. At 150,000, I want to be able to do a giveaway. Now the Jeff Gray situation. I finally got a hold of the clerk of court in Waveland. They called me back, and I was like, look, I'm trying to speak to the attorney. The attorney's the one that sent me the information about, oh, there's no 911 call, or there's no call to the police. And I'm like, hey, Mr. Attorney, I think you're wrong. I think what the mayor has said, the mayor was very clear that he called the police, and he told them to send somebody out to come out and talk to Jeff Gray, and to, you know, obviously trespass him and kick him out of there. But it was very clear to me that the mayor had made said that. That's exactly what he said. And so I'm trying to go back and try to talk to the mayor. I'm like, or to their lawyer, their attorney. I'm like, hey, that is not what is being said. That's not what the lawyer or the mayor is saying about this situation. He says he's calling the police, and just like anywhere, usually, if you call the police, it's on a recorded line. And I love all of y'all, man. I'm going to hop back into the chat here in a minute, but we're going to keep going with it. Thank you, Jayhawk. Appreciate that. I'm like, usually if you call the police, there's some kind of record. And people are like, oh, maybe he didn't call. He called some other line. Or he called the chief of police. I don't know. If that's the case, then why didn't the mayor say, I called the chief of police What's up, Gary? We were just talking about you, about the donations of the flashlights that you've given away, that you've given to me to give away to on the channel. But I'm not asking for a flashlight, Gary. I'm just saying we were just talking about that. But right now we're talking about Jeff Gray and the Waveland thing. What's up, Dennis? Dennis Eggleston. How you doing? How's the family? What's up, Rambo Rob? I hope you're watching too, brother. Dan Low Fat. Thank you very much. Prose Depot analysis caused your blow up. I very well could have. Dan Low Fat says Prose Depot analysis caused your blow up, maybe. It very well could have. There's a lot of things. I've been posting a lot of shorts lately, mainly because I haven't been that active. So I wanted to keep, instead of me having a bunch of dead time, I was like, hey, I'll create some shorts. And I think the shorts helped out a lot. And then also, what I'm posting has helped the channel as well. So, yes. But with the Jeff Gray incident, talking back, and the clerk was like, look, I don't want to talk to you. We're not talking about this anymore. Blase, blase, blase. There's no 911 call. And I'm like, who's lying? Basically, in a nutshell, I'm like, who is the liar about this? Is it the mayor? Is it the attorney? Is it, I don't know who's lying about it. And I'm going to move forward from it, because if I can't get the 911 call, because all I wanted really was to hear the mayor saying what he was saying. And that's what I wanted. Thank you very much, Muffin. I appreciate it. We've got James Locklear. He's a channel supporter. Thank you, James Locklear. You got yourself the fishing pole with the fish on it. Thank you so very much. You're amazing. So let me see here. I am going to... Man, I can't pin you to the top for some reason. But James Locklear, thank you very much for becoming a channel supporter. They start as little as $1 if you want. You don't have to, but hey, if you want, you can. So, but yeah. Thank you very much there, Mr. Muffin. Or not Muffin, but James Locklear and Muffin if you just joined. But, the next thing I'm going to do with Waveland is I'm going to go ahead and just do another records request to start looking at when the phone call was made, blase blase. It's probably going to be a boring video, but at least I know that I'm putting pressure on them to learn from this, because I don't think they've learned. I don't think anybody there cares. They're like, oh, this is going to be another day, and they're going to forget about us, and I'm not going to forget about what they did. Because that was beyond stupid. It was beyond stupid. Now, same thing with Jeff Gray. If you don't remember the Oceanside incident, if there's a moderator that can throw the PayPal link into the chat, I do have a records request for the Oceanside or Ocean Springs records request. And that one, I do know I think it's right around $40 or something like that. I'm not, right now I don't have, what I'm going through. If you don't know, I'm on this probation. I got 1 month left of probation, everybody. For all you trolls out there, like, you can say whatever you want, and I'm going to make a video about that after I'm done with probation. But right now, I have 1 month left of probation, and I've just, my funds are very limited. And if you want to donate into the PayPal, you're more than welcome. I will have the money probably on Wednesday, Thursday. So I will be able to pay for that records request. It's just I don't have it right now. So, but it's about $40. I will be getting those 911 calls and the body cams from Ocean Springs. That will be the next couple of videos that you'll see on this channel and Jeff Gray's channel, Honor Your Oaths channel. We will be both putting those videos out so that you guys can see, you'll see more of their stupidness, if you will. The only difference between Waveland and Ocean Springs is that the officer goes into the building and we don't know what happens when he goes to talk to the people that are on the inside. Thank you there, the Cooper Buck Recycling. He's from Jacksonville. He says, "Great job, Mike. Thank you very much, sir." And I appreciate the $20 super chat. That means a lot. If you want to put in anything, throw it into the PayPal. That'll help get this. It'll help get this record paid for, and I should have it. I think we have June 19th coming up, so it's going to be a holiday. So Ocean Springs will be closed, but I can pay for the record at any time. But I'll give them a call on Tuesday, and then they're going to mail me the record. It's not electronic. For some reason, they're still behind the times, and they don't have that electronic transfer like we do here in Florida. Copper. I'm sorry. The Copper Buck Recycling. If I said Cooper, I'm sorry. Copper. No, it's the Copper. The Copper Buck. The Copper Buck Recycling. All right. But anyway, right now, that's the first thing I want to do is just get this thing paid for, and then give Ocean Springs a call on Tuesday and say, hey, it's paid for. Go ahead and send me my records request. That way I can get it within 2 to 3 days from Mississippi, and then me and Jeff will get that put out for you guys as soon as we get it. And like I said, I do have some open carry stuff coming up. It's going to be probably Monday, Tuesday of this week. We've got some pretty crappy weather right now. We have some storms. We had a really nasty storm just pass through, and we have another one that's about to pass through here in the next probably 2 hours. But yeah, and I've got a lot of things that I've got in the works. It's just, I'm not going to talk about exactly what I have planned, but they are coming, especially after July. Once I'm off this probation and start getting things back the way they were, I have a lot of good things coming for you. But yeah, I'm going to hop back into this chat. Yes, thank you very much, Doug. I'm going to get back over here. Let me see. We've got Gary in the house. We've got Dennis in the house. Castle of Gray Skull. He-Man. That's a He-Man quote right there. Far Lap Moves. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that name because something Angel Quinn. Jayhawk, Rob. We've got Christian Tomlin. Big Brother Transparency. Yeah, that's. I will be doing a FOIA request on the mayor's phone and see what number he dialed. That way we can figure out what happened. Thank you, James Locklear, for becoming a channel supporter. Mark Smith, Jeffy 04, what's up? I will continue to keep making these videos, and whether people watch them or not, that's up to you guys. Some of these videos I think are great. Some of them I'm like, I don't really want to post it, but I always post whatever I do. Whether there's anything interesting or not, I always post it. We've got Deanna N, Jason Ray. We've got, who else is in here? Gear Shift, what up? Thank you very much. Thanks for being a supporter. Thanks for being here. Jayhawk says keep calling until they change their phone numbers, and a lot of times what happened, same thing with Ocean Springs. I called them. I'm like, look, I've been calling you for the same thing. I've been calling you for 2 days, and all I want, just give me some answers. If you can't give me some answers, I'm just gonna keep calling. And then it got to a point where I'm like, look, if you're not going to give me this quote today, I don't want a repeat of what happened when Jeff posted his video and you got so many phone calls. I don't want to do that. I just want this quote. And sure enough, within an hour of me saying that, guess what? I got the quote. It's crazy how those things work, and they know they messed up. And I'm like, you messed up. And I'm like, how many other people are requesting the same thing I'm requesting? And they were like, yeah, there's a lot. I'm like, yeah. So whoever's doing this, just tell them, hey, you need to work faster, because you've got a lot of people. It's not just me that's waiting on these. It's a lot of people. So we've got Gregory in the house. Oh yeah. I'm glad you enjoy that fishing pole and the fish on there. I'm like I said, I'm glad that you're a channel supporter. Welcome to the club, brother. And anybody that wants to become that, you're more than welcome. It starts as little as $1 a month. $1 a month. You don't have to do it, but we do offer channel membership. I am going to start with these next few videos that are coming out, especially like the body cams from Ocean Springs. All the channel members, anybody that's part of the channel membership, you will have first access to those videos. There may be some little tweaks in it, but I'm going to upload those and open those up to the channel members first, just so that they can see the entire video. You know, I don't want to edit anything, but usually what happens is I'll upload that video, and then I will, you know, add an intro, add an outro if need be. But at least the channel members will always have first access, and the same thing that'll happen with all the open carry from here on out. Anybody that's part of the channel membership that starts at $1 for the month or $1 a month, you'll have full access to pretty much every video I post, and then usually within 24 hours after I post that, I will post it for everybody. It's not like I'm gonna deny everybody from watching that video. It's just I'm going to give you first access. Jayhawk, if you don't know, back in September I got arrested for DUI. It is what it is. I can say the things I've gone through since then have only made me a better person. And take it for what it is. I'm going to give full disclosure about that once I am off my probation. And I know that some people, you may hit that you might unsubscribe to the channel. I didn't hurt anybody, nothing happened. The only thing I did do was I didn't have a seatbelt on, and I ended up catching a DUI for it. And at least that I'm being transparent about it. I'm not gonna lie about it. And the same thing, I'm gonna talk about it later on, and I'm going to give full disclosure about what I've gone through, the process that I've gone through since then. And it's only made me a better person. That's what I will say about this, is that the things I've learned and what I'm going through right now has made me a better person. So, moving forward from that, yeah, Mark Smith, thank you. He says, Mark Smith says, no video is boring. Getting responses from tyranny is important to see what BS they come up with to cover up their mistakes. And that's what a lot of this, if you haven't noticed some of my open carry videos, there's no police interactions. And I think there's a good reason why, is that a lot of them have been educated and they know what I'm doing is lawful. Even though I get people get scared and they may call, I don't know if it's dispatch telling them that, hey, what he's doing is lawful, or they're getting the call and they're like, oh, it's probably him, or they know I'm fishing, or whatever the fact may be. They are learning. And I do know somebody that I'm not going to mention, but they got in touch with me and they explained to me that there's quite a few of us I'm not even an auditor, I'm a fisherman, but there are First Amendment auditors and myself being introduced into training. And that person gave me a call about it, and I'm not going to mention who they are, but they know who they are if they ever do watch this, if they're watching. The training is getting out there. Little pieces by pieces is making it safer for not just myself, but for other people, whether it be open carry or First Amendment auditing. That is what our end goal was, is to be basically to be left alone and for them to respect our rights. As long as they respect those two, guess what? If I don't get police interactions, the only thing I can show you is the interactions that I have with people. And sometimes some of those videos are some of my best videos. And I actually enjoy talking to the people and explaining the law and letting them know about, not just open carry, but about gun laws that are coming, because I met a guy that didn't even know about the pistol brace rule, and I was explaining to him, hey man, I'm like, if you have any of these, You need to take them off, and you need to do something with them. I'm not telling you to throw them away. I'm just saying do something with them, and don't keep them anywhere near each other. Because, you know, if something were to happen and they find these two pieces, it's very well they could hit you with a felony, and next thing you know, you're looking at 10 years. Which I think is stupid. But, you know, they just went to Congress about the pistol brace rule, and that passed Congress. Now it's off to the Senate, and from what I hear, more than likely it's going to pass the Senate. The only problem is that when it gets past the Senate, it goes to Mr. Screw Loose in the presidency, and he is definitely not going to sign off on it. The president that we have currently right now, and whoever you want to vote for, I personally, at this point, I gave up on politics. I really don't like talking about it. I just know that's just the way things are. I just know the president that we have in right now does not like guns, wants to ban guns, wants to do everything to take away the Second Amendment, and a lot of his followers want to do the same thing. And that's the problem with, you know, politics, is that these politicians all swore an oath to defend our Constitution, but yet they just sit there and shit on our Constitution. And that's a huge problem for me. And, you know, I know if they keep going down a bad rabbit hole, that there will be a lot of people that will stand up, and, you know, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to say anything on here that could get me in trouble, but I know how I feel about it, and I don't feel really happy about what's going on, and I don't feel great about what could be coming, because it's not just one rule, there's numerous. So that's how I feel about that. So we're going to move past that. Let me see here. We got Wild X Nature. Like I said, the Copper Buck Recycling, thank you very much. Let me see here. Corruption is real, absolutely. See, it says you say Cooper, but you look at it and it says Copper, Copper. So I got kind of threw off there, but anyway, it's it says Copper. If it's Cooper, I'm sorry. If it's Copper, you know, whichever way. Brandon Mitchell, he's been a member for 3 months. I think he's been actually one of the ones he's been a member since I actually started the whole subscription, you know, being a channel member. He's been one of the most active ones. So thank you very much. Thank you, Brandon Mitchell, for throwing that. And Brandon Mitchell as well. He's been there too. And he's a channel member as well. Thank you for throwing the PayPal. And if you want to help, thank you, Rich Miller, for becoming a channel supporter. Thank you, King Charles, River Rat, Lemure Wrangler. And let me see. Sixth Estate. If you can hear that, that's usually like that's the sound of our tornado warning, that we have a tornado friggin' whistle thing. And like I said, we do have storms coming. They're gonna probably be here in the next hour or so. And yeah, so I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm only gonna do this for like 15 more minutes, everybody. So I'm gonna get through some of this chat and answer some questions that I see. Let me see here. We've got. Well, thank you very much, Dolly. Gary, I must have missed it. I'll go to your channel after this and check it out. Yeah, Gregory, yes, I am on probation. Don't worry about it. It's almost over. I actually have, it's early, I have early termination. If I get through all the things I got to get through and pay all my court fees, I get off early, or I can get off early, but more than likely all I have to do is get through these next few things that I got to get through, and I'm done. So thank you very much, Roger Moore, for subscribing yesterday. And let's see, here's the deal in the house. What up, brother? How are you, man? I love watching your commentary on all the videos you do. And just to let you know, man, here's the deal. I've got a lot of friggin' garbage going on with Ocean Springs and friggin' Waveland. You know, they're still trying to mess around and try to do their little fudgeries. But thank you very much. Here's the deal. And if you haven't subscribed to Here's the Deal, go over to his channel. He does a lot of commentary, and he actually critiques me. You know, he's not bashing on me, but he's also giving me more insight about the Second Amendment. And it's like, and I agree with him. I think it is stupid that I have to carry a fishing pole to openly carry. And here's the deal. I hope you're still here. Hold on. All right. This right here, here's the deal. This is gonna be, I'm probably not gonna be giving up my fishing license anymore, because I'm gonna try to get that in there. If you can see that right there, everybody, this is the 379 statutes that I always talk about. The 379 statutes, if you can read that, it says fish and wildlife conservation. And then you can see this part right here where I've marked it right here. And this is the definitions of everything that you're going to see in the 379 statutes. And it says commission. It's basically saying commission. When you see the word commission in the 379s, it means a fish and wildlife commission, conservation commission. And then we go to and if you've ever heard me say this statute, 379.354. And then, like I said, right here, this is going to be the personal possession required. And then right here, it says of a commission law enforcement officer. So that's basically saying that the only person I have to give my fishing license to is a Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission law enforcer. If they are not any one of those, if they are not FWC, they are not going to get my fishing license. And I think it's stupid. I think it's even, like, if I was out there, and I always have a fishing license. They think that I'm going to go out and do these things without a fishing license, and they're just completely stupid about it. Yet they just continue to do it anyway, and I'm like, all right, you want to do this, and the only thing that you're doing is showing your ignorance and you not even being allowing me, like, let's say I wasn't fishing. Who cares? If I'm not hurting somebody, then what's the problem? I'm like, all these officers, every officer in the state of Florida, every officer across the United States, all has sworn an oath to defend the Second Amendment. That was their job. That's their job, is to uphold and defend the Constitution and enforce the laws that actually harm somebody. And that's what Here's the Deal talks about. And unless you are forcing somebody against their will to do something for you, or unless you're hurting somebody, there's no crime. If you want to go do the things you want to do and you don't hurt anybody doing it, or you don't steal from them doing it, or you don't do something to them that causes harm, there's no crime. And you'll hear more about that on Here's the Deal's channel. So go over to Here's the Deal and show him some support. Just leave a link in the description or in his comment section, say the Armed Fisherman sent you. And if you do want to send me emails, trust me, everybody, I get a lot of emails. You can send emails to thearmedfisherman@gmail.com. And you can email me. I do read a lot of them. I might not respond to all of them because I get a lot of them. I get a lot of emails. Some of them are, I actually pay attention and I make videos about them. Some of them are just saying thank yous. Some of them are, and I try to respond to a lot of them, but some of them are just, I get overwhelmed from it, and I'm just one person. I do all this by myself. I do my own editing. I do all my own, you know, getting out there and doing my own friggin' videoing. I do all of this by myself, and it gets overwhelming. So if I don't respond to it, trust me, I probably did see it and I probably did read it, but hey. Yeah, absolutely, guy just having fun. I definitely learned a valuable lesson about this, and in about what I've been going through. I'm thankful that I didn't hurt anybody. The only person I hurt was myself, and I look down on myself for the things that I did that day, because I very well could have just not done what I did, and you know, it's actually been a godsend that what I've gone through. So I'm as much as I'm not gonna say it sucks, as much as it hurt a lot of the people that I was around. It didn't hurt them, but they were more disappointed. And you know that disappointment you get from your family members or whoever. They're like, man, I'm so disappointed in you. That's how I felt about it, and I still feel that way. I'm disappointed that I put myself in that situation, that I had so many people being disappointed in me. I'm still a good person, and I'm thankful I didn't hurt anybody, but at the same time, I'm thankful for what I'm going through, because it's made me a better person. I've learned so much from this, and I'm glad I'm not going back to that person. That person, that person's always going to be in the back of my mind, but I'm not going to let that person ever come back to into the front of my mind. That's not going to be the person I want to be again, because it wasn't a good time. So, and I'm not saying, hey, if you want to go out and do those, you know, do anything like that, just be safe, and, you know, call an Uber, do whatever you got to do. But I'm a better person today than I was that day. So I've moved forward from all of it. And all these trolls and all the people that you can cut and clip this stuff up, I don't really care. You can say whatever you want. I'm going to give you an exclusive after July. In August, the beginning of August, I'm going to make a video talking about everything I've gone through. And you can continue to make the video, and I don't care. I've seen my DUI video, and I've seen the body cams of my DUI. And, you know, you can go, I can't even remember the troll channel that it's on, but you can go to the troll channel, and I'm sure you can find it, and you can watch it, and you can make that judgment for yourself. You know, I've moved forward from it. So I'm only going to keep this going for about maybe like 3 more minutes, everybody. I'm going to try to get through some more of this chat. We got, here's the deal, like I said, James Locklear. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, January 6th is going to be a good day compared to what they've been going through. Let me see. Yeah, and I can agree with you on that one, Keith. It is bad. It is something that, like I said, I'm not going to ruin a lot of this for you, because what I'm going through right now is I just don't want to talk about it until I'm done with it, and that way I can completely gather all my thoughts about it. So, feed a man a fish, he will eat for the day, but teach a man to fish, and Yankees will extort and take you to jail. Yeah, you know, and it's weird like that. You know, Florida we didn't have a fishing license. You could just go out and fish whenever you wanted. And I get why they do it. They're trying to understand how to conserve the resources here in Florida. And Florida is probably one of the best places to go and fish, from freshwater to saltwater. And we have to conserve, because there's so many people here in Florida that fish, and so many people that come down here to Florida and fish. There are fish that have gone, you know, they took a big hit. You know, that's why there's a snook permit. That's why there's a tarpon permit now, is that they're trying to protect certain species so that they can get more momentum and start their numbers start growing. But at the same time, you know, it's a $17 a year permit. and said so $17 every year for every fisherman in the state of Florida. You know, it is a lot. So we do not have Scotty. We do not have salmon here. We have the only type of kind of meat like that is going to be like, you know, blackfin tuna, yellowfin tuna. I won't say we don't have bluefin tuna here. I think the bluefin, they might be at the northern end of Florida, but if you go down to the southern end of Florida, the waters are just a little too warm for them, or at least that's what I've heard. I've never caught a bluefin. I've caught one blackfin in my life, and it was probably, I thought it was a bonita at first. It was a very small blackfin, and we ended up letting it go because we thought it was a bonita, and we were just like, yeah, whatever. And then after we took the picture, and then we looked at it, and then we compared it to the bonita, two different types of fish. So let me see here. Yeah, John says, did you notice the statistic quoted are never broken down into categories like suicide, accidental shootings? To be perfectly honest, I just watched, what was his name? Legally Armed something. He's got a YouTube channel, and he was talking about Joe Biden, and they're wrapping, if you don't know, like when I was doing the Moms Demand Action, they were talking about this new law that they're pushing, that they're trying to force people to lock their guns up, have their guns in one spot, their ammunition in another spot, and keep them completely separated. And that's their thing right now. And now they're claiming that it's going to be 14. It's like 4,000 and change or 6,000 and change people die because of guns or something like that. And they're like, guns are the #1 killer of kids now. But when you look at the number that they're using, it's from age like 1 all the way to 19. And the last time I checked, 18 and 19-year-olds are adults. And they're including all the gangbangers, all the people that are, you know, these young kids that are in gangs killing each other. They're including in that number of 18 and 19, 17, 16s, whoever. They're including all those people into that same boat. And then, you know, obviously, you know, with whatever happens in a school, I get those numbers. I can get some of those, but I guarantee the numbers that they're quoting aren't anything like they were quoting, like, oh, you know, 40,000 people die from guns. Well, no, it's actually like 14,000. But then you have to include negligent discharge, gang shootings, this kind of. They just wrap it all into one, and that is the problem. Is that it's an ingenuous number that they're throwing out there, and they're just putting a number out there to scare the masses. And that's why they keep winning on this gun control, is that they throw out all these numbers without being genuine about where these numbers are coming from. They're just making them up to make people join Moms Demand Action and March of Our Lives, and you name the anti-gun group. And all these people that are listening to, you know, when they listen to the news and they hear what Joe Biden's saying, they're like, oh, that must be true. No, it's not. It's a lie. It's a complete farce of what they're saying and how those numbers are true and what are not true. And that's why I'm out there trying to talk to people about this, is because all these things that they're throwing out, you know, the few times I've been out, I've been cussed at, yelled at, saying, oh, we don't need this, we don't need that. You think, go talk to a criminal and tell the criminal that he doesn't need an AR-15. You explain that to a criminal, and then you come back at me when I know these criminals have them, and if we don't have them, the criminals are going to come to us and say, huh, we got these guns, and now we're going to come after you. And the same thing with the military, or the same thing with the government. If the government can possess anything, we should be able to possess those same things without going through the NFA, without going through the ATF, without getting some kind of permission slip. We don't need them. If the government, and once again, people are like, oh, you think you should have nuclear weapons? Well, the last time I checked, a nuclear weapon cost in the millions and millions, if not tens of millions of dollars to get. And if Elon Musk wants to have nuclear weapons, I'm all for it. If you want to spend $10 million on, or however much, a friggin' nuclear or whatever bomb, or whatever there is, I'm all for it. Go waste your money. And if you want to go waste your money on an automatic firearm, go ahead. Go spend the $15,000, $16,000 that it costs to get an automatic firearm. I'm okay with anybody owning those things, and as long as they're doing the right thing with it, that's a win for me. If you have automatic weapons, like some of these criminals that have, like legit criminals that have these the Glock switches, we've seen videos where these people are just walking up to random people's houses with switches and saying brrr, and they're shooting up the wrong house, or they're shooting up innocent people with no control. Even the military doesn't. The only time the military actually uses automatic weapons is when they're in an ambush situation, and they have to basically spray and pray because there's so much coming at them that they have to throw more back at them to try to get themselves into a safer situation. And I'm okay with people having automatic weapons, as long as if your intent is not to do harm to people, unless somebody's doing harm to you, I'm okay with it. Everybody here should be okay with it. But our government isn't okay with it, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why our government doesn't want us to have it. Is because if they know that the people have it, it makes it that much harder for them to come after your guns and my guns and everybody else's guns. They really think that they're going to go door to door and not expect some pushback from the people, when if that's where it wants to come to. Come on, we have to be rational. That's why the government hasn't done it yet, but they're trying to create all these laws to stop you from doing it. And once they start getting that control over whatever said firearm, that's when they can start going door to door. That's why they want a registry. That's why they want to do this. That's why and that's why I'm over the government. That's why Here's the Deal is I always watch his videos, because he says things in a way that I don't think of, and he makes it more rational so that I have a better understanding of why he's saying it and why it's so important. You just take, as long as you're not trying to take other people's and hurt other people, there shouldn't be a problem. Without a victim, you have no crime, period. But I'm gonna digress. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm sorry I didn't get into all the chat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all my mods. Thank you for everybody that just became a channel member. I will be releasing, as soon as I get those body cams from Ocean Springs, all the channel members will have first access to it. There may be some different, there may be an intro that when I post it for everybody, there may be an intro to it, but the second I get it, I will upload it, and everybody that's a channel member will have full access to that at the beginning, and then within 24 hours after that, I usually release it to the public. I release it to everybody. So, and the same thing with all the other videos, the open carry stuff. Channel members will always get first access to it, and then from there, after about 24 hours, everybody else will get access to it as well. But you know the deal, everybody. Hit that like, share, and the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you would like to see for the next giveaway when we get to 150,000 subscribers, and that's coming up really quick. So leave a comment. Don't put it in the chat. Leave a comment and tell me what you'd like to see as a giveaway. And I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Soliaker, deuces.